and she received a huge standing ovation. I was able to see Eleanor the Great at TIFF. I was one of the first few people to be able to see it in North America. Let's talk about it.
I'm incredibly touched to be here with our film, Eleanor the Great. When I first read this script, I was so moved by the humanity of it. It's a film that is about forgiveness. It's a film that's about grief. It's a film that's about friendship and family. And above all, it's filled with and about love. It's wonderful to be here in Toronto. This festival is extraordinary because it is a festival that really feel the pulse of that as you walk through the city. It's really such a celebration of audience, so thank you all for coming here tonight to see this film. I hope you enjoy it as much as you did making it. And I just also wanted to thank Sony Pictures Classics for making my favorite movies ever. It's such an honor to be here with them, and all of our producing partners tonight. Also, I feel so lucky that our incredible composer Dustin O'Halloran, who's here, is amazing, and our editor Harry Jajirian is here with us tonight, and of course our wonderful cast is here. So thank you to Chiwetel and to Erin, and of course to Christine Swift for being with us tonight. There's going to be a Q&A afterwards, so we hope you guys stick around and please enjoy. Thank you so much.
Welcome back to this channel. It's a pleasure to have you, where I do movie reviews. I talk a lot about It Ends With Us and any other tea or gossip that fascinates me. But today what we're going to be doing is reviewing Eleanor the Great. Okay, first of all, I was really pumped up to see this, number one, only because Scarlett Johansson's directorial debut, and it was produced by Wayfarer and executively produced by Justin Baldoni. This movie was better than I thought it was going to be. First of all, the lead star, June Squibb, is 95 years old. That in itself should be celebrated, that she is still able to shine and rock on camera. Absolutely amazing. The cast was absolutely astonishing. Number one, Scarlett really knew how to capture the realism of the characters. June Squibb was phenomenal. I mean, has that old lady kind of sass. She's brash, she's honest, but she comes with a lot of pain and loneliness and grief, and there's a lot of play in family dynamics. I mean, grab your Kleenex because you'll be laughing and then crying, and it was just such a story that was beautifully captured and told, and I can see why there are so many talks of Oscar nominations, not only for Scarlett Johansson, but also for the cast.
Shooting in Eleanor in New York.
So she did write it with you in mind,
Yeah.
And as you're creating the character in your performance, is there part of you in Eleanor?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
It's funny because I think people that know me the best know that there's all of that in me. Really. But, that's one reason too. When I read it, I thought, oh my God, to play all these various things that this woman deals with and does and reacts in the way I just loved it.
The story follows a best friend, played by June Squibb, who has a best friend, and they spent their lifetime together. Her best friend was a survivor in the Holocaust, a Jewish woman who shared her stories and her trauma with June Squibb. She sadly passes away, and the character played by June Squibb needs to now figure out at her age how to live without her partner in crime that she's had her entire life. And she moves back in with her daughter in New York City, and then by happen chance meets a young girl, and both of their lives are forever changed but connected in grief and in love. Some interesting things that happened in the movie is when Wayfarer popped up on the screen with the light bulb, their logo, I was like screaming for Wayfarer, and I was like the only one in the theater, but that's fine. I thought it was interesting that they said thank you to Sony, Mongrel Media, and our other producers, and not Wayfarer, but I understand why that was. They obviously don't want to draw any attention off the importance of this film, and this film is super important, as well as in the Q&A, I thought it was really interesting how Scarlett Johansson answered about editing, and I'll play that clip now.
Balancing the tones in the film, because it's about so many things once you have the screenplay, directing the actors, the edit, all the different choices you're making as a filmmaker, those tones come out through that. How did you do that?
I mean, I think a lot of it is also you kind of discover it in the edit, because of course you shoot the script, and it's when you're editing that you understand, you're editing it for all of you, you're editing it for the audience, and it's not just the way that I want to see it, but you start to understand that some things need, that there'll be heavier moments that then need relief, and you have to give people a break from very heavy at times story and shocking even story, and then sometimes you can also surprise people with moments that are really profound, while you're sort of you can be surprised in moments of levity by moments of profoundness, and so profundity, is that right?
Profundity,
Am I saying that right? And you're learning new words. So no, but I think you start to feel it, and then Harry, who's here somewhere, was my wonderful editor and better half, but he and I, oh, there he is. Hey, Harry. He hates this, but Harry would say, okay, today is like a good opportunity, I think, for us to make some deep cuts. It's like, what was that? But then you start to realize that when you actually make those deep cuts, and Harry would hold my hand and be like, they're not gone forever, they're just in this file over here. You kind of, you start to see, oh yeah, you can pace this up, and actually this will be, that the audience will be able to, we want the pace to quicken, we want to get to the second act climax, and then we can let everything breathe again. And it really was such an amazing learning experience. I think you find the pacing, really in the post-production process, which was a pleasure.
Was it hard to lose some of those scenes, those moments that you really loved on set, or you loved from your actors?
Yeah, of course it was. I mean, because I loved all of the moments, and I wish I'm definitely love it, as you can tell, a nice long close-up on somebody laid out for good. Yeah, but you have to make those changes, and then I mean they're still in the file. That's what Harry said.
And the movie is worth seeing. So if you're going to see any movie this month, there's three. There's all three Wayfarer movies, but The Senior looks absolutely amazing. I think that movie it's a true story, and it's going to change people's lives. But also Eleanor the Great. They both come out at the end of this month. Check these movies out. I mean, Eleanor the Great was just so amazing. Scarlett Johansson was beaming on stage. June Squibb at 95 years old was able to walk across the stage, sit there, answer questions. I mean, the entire night was super inspirational, and I'm all here for a woman's directorial debut. You feel me? So I'm going to play a couple of videos now just that I caught of the Q&A, and a huge congratulations to Wayfarer and to Scarlett Johansson and every single person that worked on this film. Go check it out when it's in theaters. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing movie.
Of course, that's part of being decisive, but also having patience with the process. It's so important. I mean, important to not feel like anything is being rushed, even though I know my producers are out there like rolling their eyes, but yeah, you don't want anything, and you know, you have to let everybody comes in the morning and they're doing all of their work and they're setting everything up, and it takes hours and hours, and then I think as an actor, you get like minutes to do your job, you know, a lot of the time, and while everybody else takes their time to prepare it, and then you have no time to do your work. And so I think just being sensitive to that and understanding that, okay, yes, everybody's done their work, but actually prepared the set for all of you to do your work. That's what we're all here for, and you know, in service of the performances. And I think the crew appreciates that too. So yeah, I think just listening, and having patience, and trying to stay calm and collected.